Hi everybody, it's Joyce Loc here from Black Hair Compass, and I'm coming to you guys with another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing 3 interlocking tools. The EasyLoc tool, a standard safety pin, and a coilless safety pin. I just want to start out with the pros and cons of each and tell you which one I'm currently using to interlock my hair. So when I first started, I was using the EasyLoc tool, and it was great when my hair was very much so looking like Sisterlocks, and they were very skinny and they were very straight. I found that later on in my journey, as my locks started to get a little bit lumpy and bumpy, this tool didn't really work for me that well. It made it so that I could not pass the length of my locks through my roots. I noticed that when I used the tool, it would create a perpendicular shape with my lock, and I was not able to manage to get my fat ends through my very small skinny roots. And I think that the fact that the shape puts my hair and itself in a perpendicular shape, like a 90-degree angle, is what added to the difficulty in being able to use it once my locks actually started to mature. So that became so difficult for me that I just thought that interlocking wasn't really an option for me anymore because of the way that my locks had formed. And so for a while I stopped interlocking, but then found myself in a situation where I needed to. And so I tried out safety pins. Now this is something that I heard about from Damian Walter, and the first time I heard it I was like, heck no, I'm not using that. That doesn't seem like a good idea. But to my surprise, it actually worked very well. The difference between the safety pin and the EasyLoc tool is that when you use a safety pin, it actually makes your hair and the tool in a straight line, which solved pretty much all of my problems that I was having with the EasyLoc tool. Like I said before, it made it perpendicular and I couldn't pass it through, but once the alignment between my lock and the tool was straight, I was able to pass them through my roots. Even though they were kind of like disformed and lumpy and bumpy, they still went through just fine. I did find that after I used that for a while, I was running into problems with it. You'll notice that in a standard safety pin, there's a little coil on the end. I found that any loose hairs I had in my locks would get stuck in that coil, and sometimes it was just like I could not figure out how to get my hair out of that loop, and so I would just have to like cut those like straggly loose hairs, and I really didn't like the idea of doing that. So that's when I went back to the internet and I found that there is such a thing as a coilless safety pin. And so obviously the pros with this are the same in that it creates a straight line between the tool and my lock so that I'm, able to pass it through my roots easy. And because there is no coil on the end of this safety pin, it doesn't have any any opportunity for my loose hairs to tangle with it. The con with both the safety pin and the coilless safety pin is that because of the design, if you were to use a safety pin and then push it through your roots and then realize you need to go backwards, you won't be able to do that because the clasp that actually holds the pointy part of the needle in place will catch on your roots, and you won't be able to undo that. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you've pushed the safety pin through your hair, but you haven't completely pulled the entire lock, but you need to go backwards, just pull the lock about halfway through, unload the lock from the safety pin, and then just pull the lock back through by itself. Don't try to pull it back through with the tool because the clasp on these safety pins will catch on your loose hairs and will rip them. I know this was a quick video, but I just wanted to give you guys some feedback on some tools that are available to you if you want to interlock your hair at home. I know for me, I was a super avid EasyLoc supporter when I first started using the tool, but like I said before, I just wasn't able to continue using it as my locks started to get lumpy and bumpy. And I have found that what people have been using, which is a very inexpensive option, the safety pin, the coilless safety pin, is pretty much the best tool that I've used thus far, and I don't really see any reason why I would discontinue using it. Let me know in the description box below if you guys are using any other tools to interlock your hair that other people could benefit from. I would love to know if there's any other options out there. Right now I'm pretty happy with the coilless safety pin, but let's just share our resources and our information, and comment below if you have any alternatives. As always, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time.